Alright, what's going on YouTube? I'm gonna be showing my budget Time Thief deck. It's kind of meant for more if you're on a budget. There you could side out like a few cards in here if you want to make it like more competitive. There's probably like maybe a couple cards that you can add in that probably make it more overall more like aggressive. If you're trying to make it where like you actually want to fucking win, this is more like a casual build. Um, and it's more just to have kind of just like kind of fuck around with. But otherwise, let's just get to the fucking deck. I run 3 Winder. Winder. He's kind of cool because you can detach an Xyz material from one of your Xyz monsters, special summon him. He's also a E-Tele target, so I mean that's kind of fucking cool. I run 2 of Adjuster. What's her name? Adjuster? Yeah, Adjuster. She's also psychic, which is kind of cool. Her whenever a Time Thief monster is summoned, like whether it's normal or special, you can special summon her. I would bump her up to 3. I just don't have the 3 right now, but because I feel like you need more than 1, but you don't really need 3. But that's just me though. And then I have 3 Regulator. He's kind of cool because you can as long as you have no other monsters. He's like he's one of your starters. So like if you were to tribute him while you have no other monsters, you can special summon 2 other Time Thief monsters except himself with different names from your deck. So he's just a one, like basically just a 1 card combo. You can tribute him, summon 2, and then go for straight for an Xyz. And then 3 ship, and then 3 of Chrono Corridor. They have more battle phase effects. Basically, you can just like resummon them. Oh, was it during the end phase or something like that? But they're more geared towards battle phase. I don't really ever see them or have use for them, like for that actual effect. I just more so use it with a Regulator. I also run 3 Photon Thrasher and then 1 Advance. The Advance could probably be bumped up to 2. It doesn't matter. But basically what you can do is special Thrasher. You can also special summon Advancer and then normal summon when your other, like, for instance, like Time Thief Winder, and then when you normal summon him, summon the Advancer. That way you can go for like 2 Xyz monsters or something. They're also light. And then the Time Thieves are dark, so if you wanted to, you can throw in like a BLS or some or a Chaos Cyber Dragon if you wanted to. Also run 3 Time Thief hack. This is kind of cool because during so like during the turn that the Xyz monsters are summoned, they can't be destroyed by your opponent's card effects. They also can't be targeted, and then you can have them gain 300 attack for each Xyz material until the end phase. So basically, if you keep using what's his name, a Rodier. So because Rodier, it'll keep attaching Xyz materials from the top of your opponent's deck to itself. So if you were to use his effects, hey, gain 300 for each, and you have like let's say 4, 5, 6 materials, you can just attack for game in some instances. I also am running 3 startup. This just special summons a Time Thief monster from your hand. That way you don't have to waste your normal summon. And then I also run an emergency teleport only because you have 5 targets, like 5 psychic monsters in total in the deck, and that way you don't have to waste your normal summon. You can just keep special summoning and then keep going for Xyz plays. Also running a Rhoda just for the Photon target. That way you can just keep special summoning. For more consistency, also run a Upstart, 1 day piece, 3 Allures, just because you have plenty of dark targets in the deck. And a lot of times, some of them are going to be dead, so it's like why the fuck not. And then 2 Pot of Desires. I don't want to run 3, only because I have really bad luck with this card in most decks. Personally, I think it's kind of trash, but in this deck and build, it actually kind of works. Generally, I'd say no to using desires if you can hold off. But in this specific deck, it works only because you're running plenty of copies of everything, and I don't usually banish anything that I need, or if I do banish it, I have an extra copy of it. Because nothing in this deck is limited other than the Upstart and 1 day apiece, which you can always take those out, put in Extravagance or something. So I mean, I also run 3 fly back, and then 3 of the counter trap. So this just negates like your opponent's spells and traps, and it will attach it onto one of your Xyz material as an Xyz material, and then this fly back will search a Time Thief card, whether it's spell, trap, or monster, and attach it to an Xyz monster, which is kind of cool. For the extra deck, I just kind of threw it together, but if you wanted to make it like more aggressive or more control oriented, that's completely up to you. But I run 32 Shark Drake just for its ability, because you can summon it because it requires 3 level 4s. And when it attacks, or after it attacks rather, and it destroys one of your opponent's monsters, he can detach an Xyz material and then attack again, and then it inflicts 1,000 damage to your opponent. So if you wanted to do it like a little bit extra damage, you can. Also run a Gemini Pearl just because it's 2600 attack. Dark Rebellion for just for the attack gain. I run 1 Sky Pegasus just because it can target a card your opponent controls and destroy it. Also run 101 Silent Arc just to get something off the board. 1 Castell, Beast Dweller, number 60, because he can detach 2 Xyz materials from himself, and then you can draw 2 cards and then discard 1. He's just in here for like a little more consistency, but that's just about it. And if I were to find something like better, then I'd take him out. But he's just kind of in here, just kind of fuck it. I do run 1 of... What the fuck is your name? Starheege Photon Blast Dragon. Because if you don't have any of the Photon stuff, or if you have the Photon Thrasher but you don't have the other one, what you can do is summon the Thrasher, and if you're able to, which most of the time you are, if you're able to have 3 monsters on the board, what you can do is use 2 Time Thief monsters, go into him, and then if you have Photon Thrasher on the field, you can detach an Xyz material from him, search out the other Photon monster, summon the other Photon, and then go for the any of the Time Thief Xyz. So that's just kind of cool. I run only 1 of Perpetua, I think that's her name. I used to have the Starlight rare, but I ended up selling it just because I just need the money. I feel like you only need 1 of her just because she only has like a Monster Born effect. And plus she has it's during the standby phase only, which is kind of depressing. Like during the standby phase, you can detach Xyz from this card and then target 1 Time Thief monster in the graveyard, except herself, and then special summon that monster. But her second effect is you can target other Xyz monster you control, attach a Time Thief card from your deck to it as an Xyz material. Which is kind of cool, but I feel like it's only maybe a 1 of, maybe 2. But she does have a high defense, so I mean that's kind of good. And then the last card is 3 Rodier. And he's kind of like the main Xyz monster of the deck. He basically just keeps attaching, during the standby phase of your opponent's turn, just keeps attaching Xyz materials off the top of their deck. So if you're able to have like, whether it's 2 or 3, just basically mill them out, and if they try to attack him, he can detach an Xyz material, and he'll get like different effects for each one. So if he detaches a monster, he gets banished until the end phase. If he detaches a spell, you get to draw a card, and then if you detach a trap card, you can bounce one of their cards. The detach a monster is kind of like more defensive, because if you chain it to the attack, basically you get to summon it next turn, or end phase rather, and then summon it back, and then he doesn't get destroyed, and then you just keep activating his effect to basically mill your opponent. And that's it for the deck profile. I hope you guys liked it. Let me know if there's any other cards or like any other better options maybe that I'm missing. But yeah, that's the end of the video.